Goes it all. Welcome back to Larry Patterson L Properties. Used to starting off my videos on my other page. Welcome back to Patterson L Properties. Just going to go over some tips on how to buy property in this hot housing market that we're in right now. It might be helpful for you, might be not. But I ran across a couple of tips, and between the tips that I ran across and a couple of tips I have for myself, I just combined it and let's go through it. It's no secret that in 2021 we were living in one of the most booming and yet crazy housing markets ever, with the lack of housing inventory and low interest rates, and 70 to 100 offers per house. Certain instances even more than that. It could be up to, I've heard of one situation was up to almost 300 offers for one specific house that was on the market. So it's a crazy time that we're living in. So tip number one: when buying in a hot market, be prepared to wait. Meaning, as a buyer, you want to wait until your housing supply picks up a little bit more. Also, we're living in a time where one isn't going to, have a choice but to wait because of this housing market that we're in. Tip number two: get mortgage pre-approval, because this puts one in a position to let the seller know that you are a serious contender and ready to move forward with the purchase all at the same time. Tip number three: get a realtor. And this really goes without saying. Get a good realtor, real estate agent, because in my opinion, having a good real estate agent is like having a good general contractor, good mechanic, etc. They need to be on your side, like nationwide. You know what I mean? Also, according to the article that I was reading in regards to some of these tips, a good realtor should be able to explain the housing market using apples to apples comparisons with similar properties that have recently sold, ideally in the same neighborhood as the prospective home. A well-placed nudge from your real estate agent is something needed if you have unrealistic expectations, and unfortunately, a lot of people do. They, especially in today's market, but you should never feel like that they're trying to sway away your opinion or rush you to a decision, because it's a big decision getting a home, no matter what real estate market you're in. Tip number four, and this definitely goes without saying, family: search for homes below your spending limit. Okay. Because now this one is important, especially for the first time home buyers out there. Because if this is the first time that you're purchasing a home, it doesn't mean that it has to be your um, forever overpriced dream home or your forever home, period. Everything in life is baby steps, okay? Especially when it comes to purchasing a home. All right. You had baby steps when you had to first start to learn how to walk, talk, ride a bicycle, drive a car, type, write, read. Everything is baby steps in this life, including buying a home. So take your time, family. Tip number five: keep the home inspection simple. The article stated that one shouldn't waive a home inspection, as that might leave you vulnerable to undetectable structure damage that requires a lot of money to repair. Instead, you can offer informational inspection, which means you won't use an inspection to demand price concessions on the part of the seller. At the same time, you can still walk away from the transactions based on what's uncovered during the inspection. However, in 2021, family, lots of buyers are purchasing properties via virtual tours and no inspections. That's where we're at today, family. And it's the at the most highest rate of virtual tours that have been taking place since the pandemic started, and people buying homes unseen. The highest rate of it ever before in history and whatnot. I don't recommend it, but hey, some people just like, they, especially in today's digital world, a lot of people, we are living in the time of the Jetsons, old cartoon where, everything was digitized. So we're living in that time frame where you can buy darn near anything online, especially a house. So let's just call it what it is. Last but definitely not least, tip number six: when buying in a hot market, consider deal sweeteners such as a rent back agreement as part of your bid, allowing the owner to stay in the home for a few months after closing, or if the seller has to move in a hurry, offer to buy some of their bulky furniture as part of the deal. Your job as the buyer is to make their sale as painless as possible for the seller, especially in today's market. So all of my buyers out there, good luck and keep the faith, because in this crazy market, you're going to need all of that at the end of the day. So do the great three free things, family. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember, Patterson Oak Properties is all about wholesaling real estate, distressed properties. We purchased delinquent tax properties. Actually looking forward to this up and coming delinquent tax sale in Reading, Pennsylvania. Online tax sales, first of its kind. So if you're interested in purchasing, potentially purchasing properties at a reduced price, check it out. And if you're another wholesaler, contact us. If you're a real estate investor, contact us. We're willing to work with everybody. All right. So do the great three free things: like, share, and subscribe. And as I say on my other channel, make money moves. You will live broke like a fool. Take care, fam.